Well, a year ago, hundreds of law enforcement officers from all across the state gathered at a ball field near Farmington for a softball tournament. The inaugural event filled up before the deadline and raised thousands of dollars for a cause very close to many hearts. Tomorrow, well, they are doing it all over again. Join us with details on the second annual Cory Slifko Memorial Softball Tournament are South St. Paul Police Chief Brian Wicke and Dakota County Chief Deputy Joe Lico. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you for the invitation.
It's such an important event that you have started, all inspired by Cory. Remind us. Tell us about Cory.
So Cory was a 20-year veteran of the South St. Paul Police Department that during the course of his career assisted many of our residents and visitors to our community through multiple traumas, through the trials and challenges of life. And as a result of that, he ended up losing his own struggle with PTSD back in 2019.
So where did the idea for a softball tournament hatch from?
So Cory's wife, Katie, was seeking a way to memorialize Cory and his career service, as well as finding a way to help other first responders and our veterans that are suffering with significant challenges similar to Cory. And the idea of a softball tournament popped up about a year and a half ago, and we had the first tournament last year at this time, and it was an overwhelming success.
And it also brings awareness to not only just PTSD can happen in all sorts of career fields, but we think of first responders, law enforcement. You men and women in uniform see a lot, and you carry that with you. As much as you try to shake it off, I'm sure at the end of a shift, sometimes you can't shake it off, right?
Correct. Yeah, we do, and it's always been that way. And now we're just trying to create more awareness to it. I can speak for Brian. When we started 24, 25 years ago, if you showed emotion, it was a sign of weakness, right? You weren't cut out for the job. So, but you can't see those things. We're human. We see those things every day. We have to go home to our families, and you have to be healthy and process those things and have avenues and resources for that. And if we create awareness around it, like it's okay not to be okay, and we need to talk about it, and there are resources out there to help, including our partners and other resources. We have to bring it out in the open, and to be able to have a healthy way to deal with these situations. Because if you harbor it and try to internalize it, it can boil over after a long career.
And last year, you had officers coming from all over the state, a couple hundred, right? And you raised thousands of dollars. Talk about this year. What's the lineup look like?
So the lineup's essentially the same. We have teams as far away as the Iron Range that are coming down again this year. So we'll have over 200 law enforcement officers in attendance and playing at this tournament. Last year we raised over $43,000. The proceeds were given to the Invisible Wounds Project, and we're hoping that this year's tournament will be even a greater success.
Yeah, and Invisible Wounds, they do a lot of this type of work, you know,
they do.
Getting out to help people in the community.
They absolutely do, yes.
Talk about his family. He has two children. Cory has two children, and they're going to be a part of things tomorrow. I imagine this is going to be an emotional day. It's a fun day. It's a softball game, but at the same time, it's memorializing their dad.
It is. It'll be a very emotional day for the family and for everyone in attendance. And yes, as Cory's two young children will be in attendance, and they'll be helping with the opening ceremonies and helping facilitate the tournament through the rest of the day.
What can people do if they can't make it to go cheer on the teams tomorrow and they don't have a spot in the lineup? Can they help in any way?
Absolutely. Anyone interested in making a donation can donate, search on Facebook for the Cory Slifko Memorial Softball Tournament, and they can make a donation to the organization through that.
All right, Chief Wicke and Deputy Chief Lico, thank you so much. We appreciate your time. Now all you need, right, is some good weather.
And starting to stretch out.
Yes.
And start to stretch out.
Absolutely.
You could stay for the dance-off. It's a possibility. The invite, we've opened the invitation. But they do need some good weather for this. Keith, how's things looking for the weekend?